Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Adda 24/7. Students, so we are running a banking awareness exclusive sessions for SBI clerk means. Today's topic is inflation. But before going into this session, please subscribe our channel, share the channel with your friends, like our videos, and do download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the link in the description as well as comment section. So this banking awareness topic is very important for SBI clerk mains as well as for the upcoming IBPS examinations. So we are running this exclusive program for SBI clerk mains. So today we'll have the topic of inflation. So we will have a nice discussion on inflation, important MCQs related to inflation. Okay. So let us go into the first question for today. So which among the following is the exact opposite of inflation? Which among the following is exact opposite of inflation? So you can see the options on the screen: deflation, hyperinflation, disinflation, stagflation. So which among the following is the exact opposite of inflation? So inflation means a rise in prices of goods and services. Inflation means a rise in prices of goods and services. So the exact opposite to inflation is deflation, which is fall in prices of goods and services, which is fall in the prices of goods and services. So inflation is a condition where there is price rise. Deflation is a condition where there is a fall in price. So please remember, inflation opposite is deflation. The next question: increasing unemployment and inflation is a situation of which of the following type? So increasing unemployment and inflation is a situation of which of the following type? The answer is stagflation. So if you see the definition of stagflation, it is a situation of the coexistence of stagnation and inflation. It is a situation of the coexistence of stagnation and inflation. So stagnation means low national income and high unemployment. So stagnation is the condition where we will have lower national income and higher unemployment. So this situation of stagnation and inflation is called stagflation. Okay. So we can ask one more way, this question in one more way. Stagnation implies a case of which of the following? So stagnation implies rises of wages or employment? No. Adverse balance of trade? No. Galloping inflation? No. Then what will be your answer? It is recession plus inflation. What is recession? Higher unemployment. So recession means higher unemployment. Higher unemployment, low growth plus inflation is called stagflation. So anyway, they can ask you a question. So very simple, in stagflation means coexistence of stagnation and inflation. What is stagnation? Low national income and high unemployment. That means it is stagflation. So recession. So do remember all these points. Next question: what is the cause of inflation? So what is the cause of inflation? So why there is price rise in goods and services? So when there is a condition of rise in prices of goods and services. Okay. So what is the cause? Suppose if our salaries are increased. So when your salaries are increased, will we be silent? No, we will consume a lot. So that means demand for goods will increase. So when you are increasing the demand for goods, what will happen? So automatically the prices of the goods will increase. So this price rise is called inflation. So how inflation is caused? Inflation is caused because of the increase in money supply and fall in production. So there is higher demand for goods and there is no required supply. So then you will get a condition called inflation. So see here. So the reason for price rise is two things. One is the increase in demand and the second one is reduced supply. So very simple example, our salaries are increased or you got a new job. So you are preparing for SBI clerk. So tomorrow you will get a job. So until now your income is 0. From tomorrow your income is 30,000. So what you will do? You will start spending. Suppose many people have got jobs. So they'll start spending. So demand increase, but there is no supply. It will lead to price rise, which is called inflation. So try to remember the concept. It will be easy to answer this type of questions. Okay. So how inflation affects the price of commodities? So what will happen in inflation? Will the prices of commodities will increase or decrease? So what will happen in the case of inflation? Price of commodities will increase. So what is inflation? Price rise. So inflation means price rise. So commodity price will increase. So please remember, very simple topics. So when there is a high inflation in the economy, how it will affect the supply of money? So when there is high inflation in the economy, how it will affect the supply of money? So we discussed already. Inflation means price rise. How you will get price rise? Because of more money supply, because of more demand. So what is happening? People are getting lot of jobs. People are getting lot of employment, lot of income. So they'll start spending that income. They'll create more money supply. So what will happen in inflation? The supply of money will increase. The supply of money will increase. So try to understand. So very simple. I'll give you a small example of this. So when there is no inflation, so then the kg onion price is 20 rupees. So people started consuming more onions. So this will lead to demand for onions. Demand for onions will lead to price rise of onions. So during inflation, 50 rupees will be the price of kg onions. That means the money spent on the goods has increased. So money supply is increasing, money is going into the market more. So that is inflation. So please remember all these points, very, very important. Next question, which of the following phenomenon leads to stagflation? So which of the following phenomenon leads to stagflation? We already discussed stagflation means stagnation plus inflation. Low growth rate, high unemployment plus inflation is called stagflation. So which of the condition? The situation where nation experiences high and accelerating inflation? No, wrong answer. Situation causes an increase in prices of inputs like labor? No, wrong answer. Situation where there is persistent rise in inflation along with dip in growth and increase in unemployment. So this is your right answer. So situation where there is persistent rise in inflation along with dip in growth, reduced growth plus increase in unemployment is stagflation. So we already discussed stagflation means stagnation plus inflation. Stagnation means low national income and higher unemployment. Okay, so let us go into the next question. So which of the following phenomenon leads to hyperinflation? Which of the following phenomenon leads to hyperinflation? The hyperinflation, I'll simply say the price rise of goods by 20 to 100% is called hyperinflation. So hyperinflation, also called as runaway inflation or galloping inflation, where situation where prices are increased by 100%. So you can see first option, situation where nation experiences very high and accelerating inflation. So this is the right answer. So what is the right answer? Situation where nation experiences high and accelerating inflation. So hyperinflation, also called as runaway inflation or galloping inflation, where the price rise is 20 to 100%. So this inflation will create collapse of the entire monetary system. So this will happen during the hyperinflation. Hyperinflation means accelerating inflation, continuous increase in the prices of goods and services. So do remember all these points. The next question. So which of the following phenomenon leads to deflation? Which of the following phenomenon leads to deflation? So what is deflation? Fall in prices of goods and services. Fall in prices of goods and services. So check the options where you are finding fall in prices of goods and services. So you can see the second option where situation where prices fall continuously or have tendency to fall. The second option is the right answer. Deflation means fall in prices of goods and services. The situation where prices fall continuously or have tendency to fall is called deflation. Okay. So please try to understand this topic, very, very simple topic, easy topic. So then only you will score, if you understand only, you will score marks in inflation. So deflation is opposite to inflation. Deflation means fall in prices of goods and services. So the persistent and appreciable fall in general level of prices is called deflation. Okay. The next question, which of the following phenomenon leads to disinflation? The disinflation, these are all definitions: inflation, deflation, disinflation, stagflation, galloping inflation. These are all definitions in inflation. So for inflation topic, please by heart all the definitions, enough for your examination. So what is disinflation? So what is the condition called disinflation? So disinflation, I'll simply explain, it is slow rate of inflation. It is slow rate of inflation. So if you see the options, option 4 says decrease in rate of inflation, slow in rate of increase of general level of prices. Okay, so decrease in rate of inflation, slow down in the rate of increase is disinflation. So the rate of inflation at slower rate is called disinflation. For example, if the inflation of last month is 6% and the inflation of current month is 5%, then it is termed as disinflation. The disinflation means slower rate of inflation is called disinflation. So please remember all these definitions are very, very important. Next question, which of the following is termed as core inflation? Which of the following is termed as core inflation? So core inflation, I'll simply explain you. Core inflation means the calculation of price rise in goods and services, exempting some articles, exempting some goods. So you need to exempt some goods, then you will calculate the real inflation, which is called core inflation. For example, those goods example are like the vegetables and fruits, because they are perishable, they are seasonal vegetables and fruits. Okay, so that is core inflation. So you can see the options. So option says the first option will be the right answer. So it represents the price rise in goods and services, but does not include articles from food and energy sector. So petrol, it is volatile. Every day you will see the price difference in petrol. So you can't calculate inflation by calculating the price of petrol. So petrol, you need to remove petrol, you need to remove vegetables, you need to remove fruits which are seasonal. So then only you will get the real inflation. So let us discuss what is core inflation. So core inflation is measure of price rise in the economy excluding certain products, excluding price rise of certain products. So these products are volatile and temporary in nature. Example like fruits and vegetables which are seasonal. So to calculate the core inflation, the real inflation, you need to remove some products like petrol, products like vegetables, fruits, because they are seasonal. Okay, so during season they are plenty in number, so that's why their prices are low. And during off season they are very scarce and their prices are very high. So that means their price rise is temporary and volatile. So in order to measure the long term price rise, you need to remove these particular products like the fruits and vegetables and oil. So then only you will get your core inflation. So remember, core inflation means the measure of price rise excluding certain products like fruits and vegetables. Okay, so please remember the definitions, very, very important. So inflation is the state in which what will happen to money. So inflation is a state in which what will happen to the value of money. So inflation is a state in which what will happen to the value of money. Will money increase or will money decrease? Simple, only two options. Will money, the value of money increase or value of money decrease? So see here, what is inflation? The price rise. So onions earlier you are buying for 20 rupees, now you are buying for 50, tomorrow you are buying for 100, then 200, 300. So that means which is valuable, money or onions? Onions are valuable. You are paying 500 rupees to buy 1 kg of onion. So that means the value of onions increased, the value of money decreased. So inflation will create the value of money to decrease. I'll give you one more example. So after World War I, so Germany was entirely destroyed by Britain. So during that time, the inflation in Germany increased. So there is one story where a person was carrying a suitcase of money to buy bread. So he by mistakenly he left the suitcase in the market. So when next day he came to the market to check for the suitcase, but he couldn't find the suitcase, but he could find the money. So that is the value of money. So value of money decreased, the value of suitcase increased. So people started stealing suitcase than money, because suitcase has more value than the money, currency. So that is the value of currency during inflation. The currency value decreases during inflation. So please remember, inflation is a state which the value of money decreases. So please remember with this example, beautiful example. Okay. The next step, we'll see this question very carefully. Deficit financing aims to put more money into economy by creating additional paper currency, that is cash, to fill the gap between expenditure and revenue. The deficit financing. So deficit means the difference between your expenditure and income. Your income is very low, your expenditure is very high. So in order to balance this, you will print money. You will balance. In order to balance, you will print money. Suppose if this fails, it will lead to which of the following conditions? So in deficit financing, you will print more cash to balance your income and your expenditure. Suppose if this fails, if this experiment fails, what will happen? Will it lead to demonetization or deflation or devaluation or inflation? So what will happen? So I am printing more money. I am giving money to public. What will public do? Public will start spending money. If public are spending money, what will happen to the price of goods and services? They will increase. So increase in price of goods and services is again inflation. So I am printing money, I am giving the money to public, public will start spending, that means price of goods will increase, that means inflation will increase. So answer is inflation. So deficit financing, if it fails, it will generate inflation. Okay, please try to understand all these things. Very easy, basic topics. Next, inflammatory gap is said to be said to exist when inflationary, sorry, it's inflationary. Inflationary gap said to exist when? Inflationary gap is said to exist when? In which of the following conditions? So inflationary gap is said to exist when? In which of the following conditions? So real GDP means how much goods and services are produced in a country in this year. Potential GDP means at the fullest employment, how many goods and services we can produce. So that is potential, that is maximum limit. So potential GDP means at maximum limit, at maximum fullest employment, how many goods and services we can produce. Real GDP means currently how many goods and services we are producing. So inflationary gap is said to exist when? Which of the following? Either it is a real GDP greater than potential GDP or real GDP less than potential GDP. So the answer is real GDP greater than potential GDP. Real GDP greater than potential GDP. So we will explain. See here. Okay. So inflationary gap will exist when the demand of goods and services exceeds the production. So the demand of goods and services exceeds production. So that means real GDP can exceed the potential GDP. So very simple. What is inflation? Price rise. Why there is price rise? Because of demand. Why there is demand? Because people are having lot of money. People are having lot of employment. People are doing lot of increase in trade. Government is government is spending lot of money. So that is why the demand for goods increased. So when there is demand for goods increased, what will companies do? Companies will produce more goods. So that means the real GDP will increase or not? Yes, real GDP will increase because more goods and services are produced. Okay, so that is inflationary gap. So inflationary gap means demand for goods will increase the production. So real GDP will increase than the potential GDP. So the quite opposite to inflationary is deflationary gap. So when will a deflationary gap exist? So when will deflationary gap exist? The opposite answer, when real GDP is less than potential GDP. When real GDP is less than potential GDP. So very simple, try to understand. Inflation means rise in prices of goods and services. Why there is price rise in goods and services? Because of demand of products. So more demand of products, you need to produce more goods. So that means real GDP will increase. Goods and services produced in a country will increase. Okay. So what is deflation? Fall in prices of goods and services. That means there is no demand for goods. That means production will reduce. That means real GDP will reduce. So potential GDP will be greater than the real GDP. Very simple. In deflation, price of the goods and services will decrease. So that means demand will decrease. That means production will decrease. So production decreases means what will happen? Real GDP will decrease. That means potential GDP will be greater than the real GDP. So try to understand. Very simple. The next question. Which of the following is a phenomenon that leads to demand pull inflation? Demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation. I'll simply expand demand pull inflation. Okay. We'll take a simple example of take like some chicken biryani. So currently you're not having a job. So you will adjust with your daily meals with dal rice or curd rice or something. Now you are SBA clerk. So now you have 30,000 rupees of salary. So you'll start shifting from this dal rice, curd rice to some chicken biryani or paneer biryani or something like that. So demand for particular good is increased. So this demand will create price rise of the good, right or not? So demand for goods increases, then what will happen to the price? Automatically price will increase. So it is called demand pull inflation. So which option will match to this answer? So situation where there is high accelerating inflation? No, wrong. The situation caused by increase in prices of inputs? No. Situation of persistent rise in inflation along with dip in growth, that is stagflation. So high and accelerating inflation is, galloping inflation. Situation where aggregate demand in the economy outpaces aggregate supply. That means situation where there is higher demand than supply. So this is your demand pull inflation. We already discussed this. So when demand exceeds supply, so it will create demand pull inflation. So the answer is when the situation when aggregate demand in the economy outpaces, suppresses the aggregate supply is demand pull inflation. The next, see this topic. The demand pull inflation rises due to higher demand for goods and services over available supply. So higher demand is due to the increase in income of people, increase in money supply, change in taste and preference of people. In other words, demand pull inflation will take place when the increase in production lags behind the increase in money supply. So very simple. Everything is simple. Common statement. If there is demand increase, if there is lesser supply, it will create demand pull inflation. Very simple. Just simply understand the topic. Next question. Which of the following phenomena leads to cost push inflation? Which of the following phenomena is a phenomena leads to cost push inflation? So I'll simply tell you cost push inflation. So to make a paneer biryani, we need paneer, we need masala, we need basmati rice. Suppose the price of paneer increased or price of basmati rice increased. So automatically what will happen? The price of the product will increase. The cost of production increased. So you need to increase the price of production. Okay. So this will lead to cost push inflation, price rise due to production cost. So which one is matching here? So you can see the second option is matching. Situation caused by increase in prices of inputs like raw material, labor. Raw material, paneer, basmati rice, masala, these are all raw materials. So situation where there is increase in prices of inputs like labor and raw material will lead to cost push inflation. So price rise due to increased input cost like raw material, wages, profit margin is called the cost push inflation. So please remember all these points. So when price increases due to increase in factor prices, same question in a different format. So when price increases due to increase in factor prices means factors of production. So it leads to which of the following inflation? The answer is cost push inflation. So labor, raw material, all these are factors of production. So if there is increase in factors of production, then it will lead to cost push inflation. The next question. Which authority generally regulates the inflation rate in India? So who will regulate the inflation rate in India? We already discussed in the RBI topic. The answer is RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So the flexible inflation targeting. So this mechanism was adopted in May 2016. So what is the aim of this flexible inflation targeting? So India should maintain inflation rate at 4 plus or minus 2. So who will maintain inflation in India? It is RBI. So RBI's major duty is to control inflation. By using all the credit control methods, RBI will control inflation. So why we need to control inflation? To bring stability, predictability and transparency. And because of these rising prices, it will create a lot of uncertainties and it will affect the savings and investment of people. So that is why there is a need to have inflation targeting. So who will do this inflation targeting? It is RBI. So next question, Phillips curve is it describes which of the following. So Phillips curve shows which of the following. Phillips curve describes which of the following. So Phillips curve is a relation between unemployment and inflation rate. Phillips curve is the relation between unemployment and inflation rate. So do remember this. So this is the graph of Phillips curve. So when inflation is very low, say 2%, so unemployment is 6%. When inflation is high, 5%, unemployment is 3%. So that means it is a negative relationship. So inflation will create employment. It is saying that inflation will create employment. It is right to some extent. Okay. So see here, very simple. So inflation means price rise. Price rise means more demand. More demand means more production. If you need more production, you need more employees. That means employment will increase, right or not? So in inflation, like say it in the creeping inflation. So slow rate of inflation, like 1 to 2% of inflation. So there is demand for products. That means you need to do more production. That means you need more employees. So Phillips curve says inflation will create employment, but to some extent. It is limited employment. So higher inflation will create unemployment. The opposite. Higher inflation will create unemployment. Lower inflation will create employment. So this is Phillips curve. So Phillips curve is a relation between rate of inflation and unemployment. So please remember. Next, which money policy is used by RBI to curb inflation in an economy? So which money policy is used by RBI to curb inflation in an economy? The answer is tight money policy. The answer is tight money policy. So contractionary money policy, are also called as the tight money policy, is used by RBI to curb inflation. So using this tight money policy, we will increase the interest rates like the repo rate, reverse repo rate, all the interest rates will be increased. So if you increase the interest rates, what will happen? Money will be with the banks. The banks will not provide loans to customers. The customers will stop spending. So that will lead to lower growth rate. Okay. So negative effect is lower growth rate. Positive effect is you can reduce inflation. So let us see what happens in this tight money policy, monetary policy. So in tight monetary policy or money policy, RBI will increase all the policy rates, the interest rates like the repo rate, reverse repo rate, marginal standing facility rate, bank rate. So that means RBI will not lend money to banks. Banks will not lend money to customers. So what will happen? Customers will postpone. Suppose if I want to buy a house, bank is not giving loan at a cheaper interest rate. So I will postpone buying a house. I will postpone buying a car. I will postpone buying a bike. So that means demand of goods will decrease. Automatically inflation will decrease. Okay. Increasing reserve ratios like the cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio. So what is cash reserve ratio and statutory liquidity ratio? We already discussed. So banks need to put certain amount in the form of cash in CRR, in the form of gold or government securities or cash. So in order to and the rest should be given as credit to customers. So if you increase cash reserve ratio and SLR to 50%, that means in every 100 rupees, banks need to save 50 rupees and rest 50 rupees will be given as a loan to customers. So then what will happen? Loans will decrease in the market. Automatically purchases will decrease. Inflation will come into control. So the next option is selling government securities called the open market operation. So in open market operations, RBI will issue securities and it will pull money. Suppose I am RBI, I am issuing a 1 lakh rupees bond and people are buying those bonds. So people are giving me money and taking the bond. Now can you use this bond paper to buy something in the market like a bike or a car? You can't. Only money has legal tendency. Currency has legal tendency. So this bond paper doesn't have any legal value. Okay. So now using securities, I can pull all the liquidity, excess money in the market. So this is tight monetary policy. Okay. The next question. High inflation generally shows the increase in which of the following? Higher inflation will create what? So higher inflation means price rise. So price rise, what will happen if there is higher price rise? People will start consuming less. So if you are not consuming, demand will decrease. If demand decreases, production will decrease. Production decreases means employees will be removed. That means unemployment will increase. So higher inflation will lead to unemployment. Higher inflation will lead to unemployment. So please remember this. The next question, which of the following is a measure adopted to reduce inflation? So which of the following is a measure adopted to reduce inflation? So in order to reduce inflation, we need to increase the repo rate, increase the bank rate, not reduce. So two options are left. Decrease government spending, increase government spending. If you increase government spending, what will happen? People will have a lot of money, people will start consuming, again inflation will come. So that means you should reduce the government spending. You should reduce the government spending. Okay. So these are done by government, fiscal policy, the tools of fiscal policy, where government will influence the direct taxes and indirect taxes as well as public expenditure. The government will reduce the public expenditure. Government will increase the direct taxes. Government will reduce the indirect taxes. So direct taxes like income tax. Suppose you are getting salary 50,000. 10,000 is taken as tax. So you will spend less, right or not? So 10,000 is taken as tax from you. You will spend less. If you increase direct taxes, you will spend less. And public expenditure. The government will reduce the expenditure on public. Automatically inflation will come down. Okay. If government is giving money to public, public will consume that money. That means increase in demand of goods and increase in prices, which is inflation. If government does not give, people will not spend, demand will not be, so inflation will reduce. So these are all the tools of government. Earlier we discussed the tools of RBI. Okay. So last question, the effect of inflation on tax revenue results in which of the following situation? The effect of inflation on tax revenue results in which of the following situation? The answer is physical drag. The answer is physical drag. So this condition, let us discuss what is this. So this condition, physical drag, is mainly present in the progressive taxation system, where individuals are moved into higher tax brackets because of inflation or increased incomes. So when there is increased income, people will automatically move from lower income group to higher income group. That means more tax will be collected from these people. So this condition is called physical drag. You will find in the progressive tax rate systems. So because of this progressive taxations, government will get more taxes, right or not? Government will get more taxes. So if government is pulling more taxes, people will have less money to spend. People will have less money to spend. So physical drag will reduce higher inflation. Physical drag will reduce higher inflation. Very simple. Physical drag means where due to progressive taxation, people will go into higher tax limits. So more tax will be deducted by government. That means people will have less money to spend. That means the demand will decrease. So inflation will be in control. So physical drag is like an automatic stabilizer. Okay. But this will create greater tax burden and lesser consumer spending. This will lead to deflation. So more physical drag will lead to deflation in longer term. So please try to understand this topic called inflation. Very simple topic. If you understand, you can easily answer this topic. So for inflation topic, read the definitions. What is inflation? What is deflation? What is stagflation? Creeping inflation, walking inflation, running inflation, hyperinflation, disinflation, core inflation. Read all the definitions. How to control inflation? What are the effects of inflation? What do RBI does? What do central government does to control inflation? All these definitions along with Phillips curve. So this is enough for your banking examination as well as for all the SSC RRB examinations. Okay. So please subscribe our YouTube channel, share the channel with your friends, like our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We provide coaching for Bank SSC RRB as well as for SI Constable. So do download the Career Power app. We'll provide the link in the description and a comment section. Our offline classes are running successfully. So do visit our branch or call our branch. So thank you, students. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you, one and all.